Hello everyone and welcome, I hope you guys are all doing well, and today my friends we're here with a live showdown between the Dark Elves and the Beastmen. We are going to be bringing the Beast Lord himself, Rakarth, so we're going to be trying him on foot. We will bring all his abilities because that is the fun thing to do, however maybe Beast Slaver isn't worth it per se. We could probably cut that, although it's so cheap, yeah, look at that, it's like 60 gold, so we might as well take that. So obviously you guys were a little bit disappointed with the last replay when there weren't any beasts with Rakarth, so in this case we're going to be bringing the Kharibdyss. The Kharibdyss will be his pet for today. Thinking about bringing a Manticore as well. So what we could do is we could bring Kharibdyss and double Feral Manticore. That's getting a little bit hog wild. So from there we have some mobility. We could just cut you and you. Probably need to get some cheap infantry, I'm thinking. But the problem is with this build, we pretty much have no way of dealing with like skirmishing. We have our 3 single entities here, the 3 rare single entities. Feral Manticores in this matchup, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of them. So maybe let's tone it down. Let's just go with the, you know what? You guys are here for the good stuff. Double Kharibdyss, though, takes away so much in terms of, like, utility and what I can do on the battlefield. Oh, God. Okay, so we have Terror from the Sisters of Singing Doom. We need some counter-skirmishing. Let's actually get some freaking Corsairs. It's probably not going to be the best build in the world, but it should be fun. So on top of that, let's go ahead and get you. We can keep trophy heads. We need something to kill Morkar, and the Canid Assassin should be helpful with Web of Shadows and whatnot. Witch Elves, I suppose, can do the trick. We have some counter-skirmishing. We don't really have the best tools against Morkar. Granted, you know, Rakarth himself might be able to do okay. And for our caster, we're just bringing the Lore of Soulstealer, so pretty straightforward there. All right, yeah, this build feels really weird. It's very immobile. I'm ready. All right, I think I'm just typing. Oh, ready. Oh, yeah, he's asking about the move. Hey, move's going, we're surviving, man. Surviving. Getting better. Appreciate the kind words. Cool umbrella. So yeah, we have like a very defensible build. If the Beastmen want to blob on us with like Minotaurs and things like that, we have Halberds, we have Rampage, we have some Light Poke, we have Spears, and we have Harvesters for AoE spells. So yeah, much appreciated, cool umbrella. Let's have some fun. Good luck, have fun to you too. And let's get some Rakarth games in, man. Maybe if this one's, if he crushes me really quick or we're able to get a quick win, then perhaps we'll jump in and do another one. So I kind of want to experiment with him. Foot Rakarth seems interesting. Yeah, against Morkar, though, man, how will he do against Morkar? I feel like he would do okay in a duel there. With Beast Slaver active. Aside from that, though, he can't debuff Morkar. I could remove Terror from the Butchers of Kalkengard, which is kind of cool. I probably should have honestly gone with Lore of Death. I think that would have been a little bit more gangster, just for getting the big, what's it called? The big leadership bombs, right? Because then I can use aspects of the Dreadknight and, like, you know, have all sorts of mechanics with Rakarth. He's going to be here. Sisters of Singing Doom are going to be in the secondary. A pretty tanky front line. We'll get the Kharibdyss behind the Beastmaster. We'll get you guys a nice cinematic shot of that. And Spears. And we do have Web of Shadows too. So Web of Shadows is a pretty nice little AoE on top of Soulstealer. So we got a lot of foot characters. Slenish's Harvesters are here. Corsair Handbows can be out front. They can do a little bit of skirmishing in the beginning. And let's go ahead and get you guys the cinematic shot here. That's what I'm talking about. So this is what it's all about right here. Rakarth with the giant Kharibdyss. He's got, oh, that's so freaking cool. God, look at that. It's so funny. Like every time I play a faction, you know, I'll get on there and play, and I'll go to Anna, my wife, Lady Turin. I'll be like, hey, you know, I think I want to make a Dark Elf army. She's like, you literally change your mind like every couple days when you play a different army. Ready when you are. So he's playing Beastmen. So yeah, this is very thematic as well, right? Sorry about the keyboard noise. I'm going to adjust my mic a little bit so it's further away from the keyboard. Maybe that'll help, but I'm trying my best. Live replays, always fun. Get to see how things go. The Blackguard, what other... Yeah, let's go ahead and study Rakarth a little bit right now. So Beast Slaver, when he's dueling, Whip of Agony cannot target Lords and Heroes, and it can be used... So against Beastmen, what is that? Like Centigores, it's okay against. The best target is Butchers of Kalkengard, though. It'll remove their terror and also make them a lot squishier. Whiplash we'll use on the Kharibdyss, and the Beast Lord's Gaze will be used. We don't have anything that, I guess, would Rampage, really, so the Kharibdyss will be the target there, just to save it in leadership situations. So he says, let's do it. Good luck, have fun. Let's move forward, and let's fight some Beastmen. All right, so we got the Corsair Bows. Let's go ahead and see his army. Yeah, Centaur throwing axes is a little bit what I was worried about, but something I am happy to see is Minotaurs. I do have the Blackguard, which will be very, very durable there. We do have Butchers. Okay, and I think there's a Gorbel mixed in there, which is good for Rakarth. Okay, this should be somewhat doable. We'll find out. I have 2 Soul Stealers. I have 1 here. And then I could do a little bit of cycle charging in the front, actually. If he's not going to defend, we might as well take the free real estate. Also, I'm going to move over this direction just to make it so I don't get surrounded as easily. Obviously, if I stay in the middle, he can surround a little bit easier. You guys get the picture. So, Corsair Handbows, what are these? Ungors with shields. Okay, they're shielded, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Just moving and a grooving, man. The Kharibdyss cometh. I could charge into them if they try and rotate. So yeah, we got to be careful. We don't want to like throw anything away and just be stupid about it. So let's pull these guys back. They can come and start skirmishing with the throwing axes here. We don't want him to just sit and, you know, throw out my elite halberds. That's a pretty feel bad situation. So we'll get him over there and have him start shooting at the centaurs with throwing axes, which is fine. Let's go ahead and tighten up the formation a little bit. So we'll do this, form a little bit of a flank denial, and we can do this as well. So cool. Handbows doing their thing. You know, this is exactly what we wanted, right? We wanted them to. Do we want to send the Kharibdyss in? Yeah, his army's kind of chilling. We can move up a little bit. It's fine. All right. Harvesters, you guys just kind of circle in the back and watch out. I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Obviously, it's the Beastmen, so hidden units are going to be appearing all over the place, right? So, all right, let's get you going. Let's go ahead and form ranks here. Get the Harvesters there. You guys here, and Witch Elves can come and get ready to rampage. Let's move these guys in for now. Kharibdyss, we can move back. Let's go ahead and form a flank denial here and pull the Darkcaster here, this, and let's get Rakarth down here as well. This is obviously what the Beastmen want. They want to just get Beast Wild over here. So we'll send the Kharibdyss in to fight. And we'll get the Spears moving up, and the Harvesters can go ahead and lock them in. It's a little bit of a risky extension here. It looks like there's a Cygor summon, so we just need to more or less weather the storm here. Let's get you guys going there, pull you back. We don't want to overextend. Yeah, it looks like the pigs are coming in, so we can actually go ahead and slam jam, space jam those pigs. Cool. It's funny because I actually call my dogs the pigs. It's like a nickname Lady Turner and I have. All right, Spears, form ranks. Halberds keep running over here. Witch Elves are chilling. We got those piggies down just where we want them. And now it looks like they're going to come in. That's actually a pretty risky engagement here for these Minotaurs, because now we can go ahead and mark the pain them and chase them down. Witch Elves, see if we can rampage these guys, get the Halberds moving, and let's go ahead and get our Rakarth in group 4 and just move them up. Yeah, Corsair Bow's taking a little bit of damage. That's okay. We don't want to waste any ammunition here. We could just keep going after them. And this is really good for us. We have the Beastmen kind of corralled in a bit of an awkward engagement. Very good. So they're rampaged. We have them. Let's keep the Spears here as well. We have a Soul Stealer too. We can actually do that to hit the Gorbull there. So a little bit of a charge in the back line. Not a whole lot we can do about that. And it looks like the Spears there are going to be taking it like champs. So yeah, if we can rampage those guys, I'm going to be feeling pretty damn good. This fight seems to be going okay. We could drop a Soul Stealer over here, actually, like a natural one. So let's go ahead and do that. Do we want to wait for them to run into it? Maybe not. We just want to get the rampage in. And Rakarth can now go ahead and move over here, and he can go ahead and whiplash the big Kharibdyss. Very good. So a couple of our, these guys are kind of being thrown to the wolves a little bit. These halberds are doing okay. We do have the Web of Shadows as well, but I don't think it's worth using at this point. Spears, keep moving. Rakarth, you boy, getting in there, and we still haven't been able to rampage these guys. A little bit strange. Butchers of Kalkengard, yeah, I guess that's them. So we can go ahead and do that to remove the fear from them and all that sort of good stuff. Very good. Let's go ahead and slam jam on those guys, and we can move the halberds away. We're going to have to kind of sacrifice this one, but I think this engagement over here, if we can keep capitalizing on the value from this, I think that's going to be good. All right, Rakarth, we can pop the Beast Slaver. He's doing it. Kharibdyss getting in there, going ham. And he's trying to get his units back here, which is good. We've really gotten a ton of value against the Minotaurs. At the cost of, that's the whole thing of the flank denial, right? You're able to shut them down, and then you can kind of overload one side. Let's go over the top. We go over the top. Witch Elves might be able to get a rampage here. Let's go and see. Move you over the top. Get you going here, and Rakarth can go as well. Footkarth, the Dread Master. Oh, Malagor. All right, this guy knows how to live. Let's go ahead and push in there. Just get those pigs off the battlefield. Keep moving up. Kharibdyss, going there. Kharibdyss will absolutely give the Gorbull the business. We don't want to blob up too much. Malagor has some AoE, so let's go ahead and decentralize that blob situation. Our poor Corsair Handbows. But the thing is, if we don't bring them, then we have no options against the skirmish. So, all right, we're chasing. We're moving and grooving. We got those pigs off the battlefield. We'll pull back over the top now that they're most likely shattered. And yeah, see, that's why we wanted to get rid of the blob. See, the Hydra here would have a breath attack, and probably would just be objectively better. All right, let's go here. You guys can move in there, pull up behind, pull up here to form a little bit of a denial. Get ready for the Web of Shadows in here, and Rakarth can go ahead and whiplash the Kharibdyss, which can just move in and attack, honestly. We'll get the leadership routes, and we'll be feeling nice and good about ourselves. Witch Elves is hanging out, and we have another Soul Stealer, but let's wait till we get full Winds Magic. We're going to put our Canaanite Assassin right there, because what he's going to be able to do is get the Web of Shadows, which is really, really good against Chaff. Pull you back, get the Harvesters around the top. There's a shit ton of Raiders here, so we probably honestly got to press. I don't think we can afford to play kind of a conservative style of play. Yeah, Soul Stealer right there is going to be great. Web of Shadows for maximum AoE punishment. Getting there, Witch Elves getting those archers. And good. All right, so Rakarth, what do you bring to the table here? We got Beast Slaver, gives him a little bit of general combat stats. Nothing really has leadership issues. We can pull you back, and I think we had some handbows that were back for a second. All right, let's go get you guys. And yeah, so we bunker busted that position pretty hard. Let's go after the Gorbull here. Looks like those Raiders are getting crumped nice and solid-like, so we'll go after Malagor at this point. Oh, dude, cinematic Kharibdyss time. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, give that Gorbull the business. And do we have the Whiplash? We don't, but we can give it some leadership temporarily, I guess. The Beast Lord's Gaze. Cool, and Malagor should be going down here. We can Market Pain this, and GG, well played. All right, so that was kind of cool. We got to see Foot Rakarth. Yeah, 14. I was about to say, hopefully he did some damage. He was more of a support character, you know? And on that same note, part of me was like, let's just put him on a freaking Scourge Runner, right? And see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. So 999, yeah, not what won me that game? I'm trying to see like what. Okay, yeah, Harvester's got a ton of value. Corsair Handbows just got like, I feel like nothing in my army got kills. I guess the Blackguard were able to get some grinding in. A lot of it was leadership, I suppose, but yeah, nothing in his army probably did too well based on the engagements I saw. The whole Minotaur kind of retreat thing on that one side was a little bit unfortunate for him. He like kind of, you know, wanted to engage there, but then was a little bit hesitant about it, and that led to me getting those picks. And from there, it was pretty hard to come back from. He did get the Blackguard for free, more or less on the other side, but I think the Troll Toll had already been paid. So we'll just keep doing a couple Rakarth games. We'll probably do one more here, and then that'll be that. So we'll see. Maybe we'll face the Great Cool Umbrella again. We'll try something different. We'll try Rakarth. I want to try him on a Scourge Runner. Or his dragon is where it's at. Yeah, let's try the dragon. It depends on the matchup. Because against Beastmen, like big dragon type characters are a little bit dicey. Like you can get caught and surrounded very, very easily. This map is actually good for that. So let's go Dark Elves. We're facing off against Terminal. All right, so let's see. How's it going? A little bit of lag here. Oh, looks like he's in. Cool. So we'll see what he picks. We'll go Rakarth on Brachus's dragon. So we're just going to go full gooning here. Because that's really what he's all about. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay, Empire. Ooh, Dragon Rakarth is risky against Empire. You know what? But we're here for it. We're here for it. That's fine. So how do we want to play this? Let's go somewhat standard in some respects. We'll get a bunch of Repeater Crossbow Cavalry. This map, do you want a Bolt Thrower or something? Probably not, because they can hide mortars like around the lip, and it's just kind of an ugly situation. We'll get some Bleak Swords. Man, Dragon Rakarth is so expensive. Against Empire, Burning Head is always really good for like handgunner lines and things like that. You really have to be kind of conscious of that. We could get an Assassin of some sort. You see, yeah, against Franz up in the sky, it should be an okay fight. So we'll get Fire. We'll go ahead and put her on a horse, and then we'll get Cascading Fire Cloak and Burning Head. Cascading Fire Cloak will help in the duelist situation with Rakarth. Okay, so that's a decent foundation for an army. I could go with some Dark Shards as well and do like a slow push, but I think with 4 Repeater Crossbow Cavalry, I think that kind of handles that situation. Let's go ahead and get a couple of basic Dark Riders, although shielded ones might be worth it against Pistoliers. And what else do we want to get? I feel like we need a monster, even though it's not great against Empire. Let's get something. Do we get a Medusa? How wild are we feeling today? We have Empire Heavy Cavalry to deal with. Currently, we don't have the best options. We could get Coldman Knights, but yeah, you know what? We have the Dragon, right? We have the freaking Dragon. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, I have a compromise with you guys. How about we do Coldman Dreadknights? That's fine. Or do we just go Knights of the Ebon Claw? Yeah, can we cheapen this down a little bit? We do want Kindle Flame. We don't want to cut our Repeater Crossbows. It is I. Okay, it seems like there was maybe like a little burst of lag right there, but yeah, I think we're good. Cool. All right, well, good luck to you, Terminal. Should be a fun game. I see he's got a happy little Chihuahua as his picture there. Looks kind of like our little Chihuahua dog we have. Well, we have Wookiee, and then we have the dreaded Chihuahua Terrier mix, which is just this unholy nightmare. They're napping behind me. All's good. All's quiet. So hopefully it's not too laggy. My apologies, guys. It is one of the risks you take with these live broadcasts. But you know what? We're doing it. We're on Stir River. This is a map that's pretty unfair for sure. It might actually be helpful if the Empire goes for an artillery build. We can kind of deploy off to the side a little bit. And then from there, we can like decide if we want to go around or how we want to play it. But the Cold One Dreadknights should be a lot of fun. They do very well. They can trade pretty well against elite Empire cavalry. But the whole idea is that we have Whiplash for them, so we can like buff them with Rakarth and kind of go that route. All right, so we have this. We have our Repeater Crossbows. Rakarth in 3, 4, and 5. So these are our Dreadknights, Dreadknights, and then the Harvesters and the other unit. We don't really have too much we have to protect. I mean, aside from the Repeater Crossbow cavalry. So we can go like up here in the bushes, and then we can get you guys kind of behind them as well. Ready. I legit had a video of yours on in the other monitor, and you have the same name. That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're, little does he know that Rakarth is coming on his dragon. Hey, Terminal dude, let's do it, man. I need you to show me the power of Sigmar. Put down the foul Beastmaster. You'll do great. So Dreadknights, we do have the Whiplash. That gives what? Charge speed, base weapon damage of 50% is pretty sexy. That can put those guys up to a pretty respectable amount. Obviously, it's best on Rakarth. I got Mimi, army. Oh god. Oh no. Ready when you are. We need to get those juicy burning heads. You know what? Him saying that makes me think he's got like, you know, let's get real crazy. Let's get real crazy over here. Go 7. Him saying that makes me like a little suspicious. So we're gonna put like one wild Dark Rider in the back and just like hope we can get something from it. All right. Does he have artillery? Aha! I knew it. I knew he had it. Oh god! And the range is so far. There's no getting away. All right. So let's pull you guys around the flank. We need to get in there and cause some disruption. Oh god. It's Gotham's Reckoning, man. All right, Dreadknights. Well, good night to my poor freaking Bleak Swords here. Those guys are gonna pay. We have to make sure not to like blob up too much. Oh man, okay, this is gonna be ugly. So what does he have? Okay, Great Swords on the flank is good for us. That is a lot of free real estate potentially. Move you guys up. I think I saw some handgunners. Man, he's got a Great Sword front line. That's some pretty heavy metal shit. Caster needs to come over here. These guys can start hammering into the Great Swords, and Harvesters can come around the back. You guys over there. And yeah, we don't want to get handgunners. Rakarth can't heal. That's one of the big issues with him in general. So we're hammering the Great Swords right there. That's a pretty good start for us. We need to prepare the Burning Heads. And the infantry can just kind of keep moving up. Pull you around. Get into the Hellstorm Rocket Battery. Holy shit, man. Okay, he's reforming ranks on his gun, so we want to pull back at this point. Just keep moving up. We can send in Rakarth, get ready for like a bit of an alpha strike here, get our caster going, and we get on top of the Hellstorm Rocket Battery, which is great. So now we come over here. Start pressuring from a couple different angles. Now we can pull these guys back, get back on the Great Swords. We go ahead and line up a breath attack here while we get ready for a breath as well. Cool. So just kind of keep piling onto them, and when he goes to defend the other ones, we kind of weave through the seam with these guys. Yeah, just like that. That's nice and juicy. And we can go ahead and get a Soul Stealer like so. He's going after the Lord. Let's go ahead and prime a breath attack like this, and we can go ahead as well and get a Burning Head right down the pipe. That should be good. Now there's no reason for us to engage the Great Swords with the infantry alone, so we can go ahead and do this, pull around the side, and we can get you going there. Cool. So Rakarth needs to just go balls deep and take out Marcus right now. So we can go ahead and Whiplash himself, pop the Beast Slaver, and we should be good to go. All right, cool. So that's going to be some serious stopping power. Let's pull back here. Ooh, really nice net from my opponent there. Definitely taking a little bit of damage. We can use Mark of Pain on them and move you in, move you on the flank, get the Sorceress going, and Cascading Fire Cloak on Rakarth here while we just kind of position our dudes and get ready to party. Great Swords here. Marcus on the ground. That was a really good usage of the net because it pretty much mitigated like all the buffs I had on me. So yeah, that was really, really nice. But I think we're pulling ahead pretty quick. The Dreadknights have done some brutal damage. They've actually annihilated the Great Swords in the front. And you can see the kind of a cool application of those guys. But he definitely memed a little bit too close to the sun. But man, oh man, Terminal, mad props to you. The triple Hellstorm, it's hard to defend. What I would recommend, bud, if you're going to go that route and use the triple Hellstorm is to basically go a little bit cheaper on the Great Swords because you had a lot of expensive stuff, so it becomes hard to protect all of it. But after this game, we'll go through and give you what appears to be kind of an option there. Is there anything in the Burning Head? Not really. Marcus is lasting surprisingly long in this situation. Let's go ahead and get the Repeater Crossbows shooting here. Chase you guys back, and yeah, the whole army is more or less in exile right now. Well, there's Rakarth. He did some work. We should have used this buff on some stuff. The freaking but it has to be large. Yeah, I guess against demis, things like that. That's something to consider. That build was fun. He brought the elite infantry, made it better because we had the Dreadknights to just run them over, and I'm sure they did really well. Rakarth probably came nowhere close to paying for himself. Oh my god, this is super memey, dude. Yeah, a Terminal, man. I love your style. Had the Hellstorms. Yeah, there was not really that many good targets for them. Rakarth did okay. Yeah, more or less. Dreadknights probably did pretty good. They feasted on some souls, and the Harvesters, of course, always did good. Burning Head was fine. So, if you are gonna go, if you are gonna go hard like this, I would recommend going a little bit cheaper on the infantry. If you really want to get hog wild with like 4 Hellstorm rocket batteries, it can work. It's very risky, especially if they don't bring a lot of infantry. But yeah. Awesome stuff, man. Big props, and glad to hear you enjoy the channel. So let's go ahead and jump on over, and now we can show you guys so custom battle Empire. So if you want to meme, Marcus isn't bad there. He can certainly do his thing. You probably cut that. You don't really need that ability. If you want to go for maximum sniping. Now, if we are going for the dreaded quad Hellstorm against Dark Elves, you need something like basics, because you're gonna win the infantry. You don't need greatswords and hellstorms. Hellstorms will kill their infantry to the point where basic crappy state troopers will win the fights. If they go like Blackguard or Hargoneth, you're just gonna win, right? So suddenly by cutting the greatswords, right, you have like a much more dynamic kind of core of infantry. And to supplement this, you can get a life caster. If you really want to go all in on the sniping, you can do something a little bit cheeky like this. Just bring you and just like Spirit Leech with Marcus and get real cheesy. And then you don't want to bring demis without healing typically. So Knights of the Blazing Sun can be good. You can get silver bullets to deal with skirmishers. And you can even, honestly, you can even do this. You can even do this, my friend. And you get some basic Empire Knights. Like there's something like this. It's still, oh God, but there's so much to defend. Yeah, so maybe just silver bullets. You have Marcus. And then maybe you can get some like basic, you know, Sigmar Sun's Flagellant combo right now. Yeah, let's see. God, it's so many Hellstorms. I'm trying to like make a viable build with 4 Hellstorms, so please forgive me. You can get rid of Spirit Leeching, honestly. And since you're in a Helm's Deep, you just keep him together there. Okay, so suddenly you have an okay front line. You'll win the infantry fight. You're a little bit weak against the skirmish, but I guess you don't need that as much. Maybe we can just get some like basic Huntsman or 650. Marcus, can you be a little bit cheaper, please? Okay, hold on. I got schemes. We're gonna make this work. Okay, Huntsman. How much is 2 Huntsmen? Ah, God. Maybe we just get basic Spearmen. Can we afford that? Oh, 11 gold. Why do you do this to me? Why do you got to do this, man? This caster is like, okay, power. Yes, perfect. Something like this. So now you have an adequate front line to hold. You'll kill their infantry. You have Huntsmen to shoot the repeater crossbows. And you have some heavy cavalry to buffer your spears with Marcus the Net. And this, you can snipe, like you could cheese Rakarth with this really well. So, you know, this build isn't competitive, but it's something to kind of build upon. Typically when you're building armies, even if you're like, you want to look like, this doesn't, it checks some boxes like infantry, dead. Counter skirmishing against Dark Elves and repeater crossbows, somewhat covered. Defensive buffering with Spearmen and Empire Knights against their pressure and Dark Riders, somewhat covered. It's still a weak build, but overall, if you want a meme, I think it's something to go with. And again, well played, Terminal. That was a really fun game, man. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that Rakarth 2-for-1. I'll be back with some more. Good to be playing some live games tonight, so hope to see you guys on the ladder. Take care, my friends, and stay safe.